Businessman claims that a love triangle caused the police to assault him. Medical director and clinical oncologist warns against the use of conventional medicines. Bandits rob and shoot UG student. In the region, Venezuela holds anti-invasion drills at border, and internationally, Apple reveals new iPhone and undercuts rivals with streaming price. Britain someone Welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Cancer specialist appeals to Guyanese to refrain from using alternative medicines. Wendell Jeffrey reports.
The Cancer Institute of Guyana, which is highly recognized for its cancer diagnosis and treatment, not only in Guyana but across the Caribbean region, is warning against the use of herbal medicines and conventional ways as forms of treating cancer. Kaito News reported last week that the Institute's medical director and clinical oncologist, Dr. Sayan Chakraborty, said that using herbal medicines to treat cancer is not very wise, and he is appealing to the Guyanese public to stop the practice. Chakraborty said that he has nothing against herbal treatment, since many of the modern-day chemotherapy medicines actually come from the bark of trees and from the plant kingdom. However, he notes that a variety of studies and testing are first conducted to verify their medical qualities and the format for the administration for safe cancer treatment. Chakraborty said that with every cancer treatment, there is a specific international guideline provided. The medical director said that they stick to those guidelines and that they plan to maintain those guidelines. He noted that there are some individual modifications for patients, but the basic guidelines are the same. Chakraborty, according to the newspaper, is advising that cancer patients stick to their modality of treatment, which is backed by a vast amount of studies and scientific experiences. Dr. Chakraborty believes that the public awareness over the past years have been paying off, but says that it is too early to calculate whether there is a decline in the number of cases of persons switching from conventional medicines to herbal treatments. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Residents notice a decline in crime after the newly erected police station in Parfait Harmony opens. Esther Sobers reports.
The residents and business owners of Parfait Harmony on the west bank of Darara are welcoming the newly commissioned police station. In fact, they are reporting that they have already noticed a decline in crimes. Parfait Harmony, a rapidly growing housing scheme, is plagued with numerous crimes which mostly involve theft. The residents had bitterly complained of the unavailability of a police station closer in their community. Last Friday, they got their wish with the opening of a new police station. Yesterday, Headline News spoke with residents who hope that the police will do a diligent job in fighting crimes.
It's here back a lot of crimes at the back, more to the down inside. So people don't feel safe now when they got the station. I think I hope we got more patrols and so on the road.
Proprietor Takutor Narayan of the well-known business called The White Shop was a victim of a robbery at his business. This led the businessman to close his shop at earlier hours, but now, with an active police station, business might be opening longer hours.
Some of my business side is closed like about 6:37, 8 o'clock the latest. And as I know that the parcel and thing, I could open a little bit, half an hour more to suit the people because sometimes I close and still people come in and calling, and I don't want to open a gate like to sell somebody something and next thing something turn up. You understand? But I was trying to please the community that some people might come for bread knowing that they want a bread to eat in the morning, and now they come me clothes and they got cheering. Not only them, the children that you're looking at, that they must get something to eat.
Police station is a deserving institution in the community. Crime in the place is, well, a lot of petty crimes. The police seem now they'll be in a position now to tackle those petty crimes. I notice they're concentrating more though on traffic. I don't know why.
Richard's siblings, who has been a cobbler for the past 50 years, noted that there is a decline in crimes in his community.
I feel nice about the police station, that the crime scene would be eased. At least you could see it done already, eased already.
The 65 million Parkwood Harmony Police Station will be manned by 29 ranks and headed by an inspector, 1 sergeant, 6 corporals and 11 constables. The station is also outfitted with mobile patrols, an ATV bicycles and a motorcycle. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Coming up after the break, was it a love triangle that caused the police to break a man's hand and jaw? And bandits rob and shoot UG students.
Styles. Simply different.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. Two University of Guyana students were robbed and one shot around 8 p.m. last evening just off the university's campus. Anthony Benjamin of Amelia's Ward and Carlos Rose of Wismar Linden were attacked and robbed while on their way to their apartment not far from the campus. It is alleged that the men rode up to the two students and demanded that they hand over their items, which they did without resistance. As the bandits rode off, one pulled out a firearm and discharged a round in the direction of the two, striking Rose in his right leg. Rose fell to the ground and was picked up and rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he was admitted. A young businessman is claiming that his relationship with a policeman's ex-lover is the cause of him being attacked. Esther Sobers reports.
This is the police beating a woman and a man.
40-year-old Jermaine Wilson, a businessman, is accusing the police force of covering up an assault on him which occurred on the 17th of July. The footage of the assault has been circulating on social media. Wilson is accusing Officer Watson, who is attached to the East Romvelt outpost, of brutality, both on himself and his pregnant girlfriend, Joel Beatram. The couple went to the station on a matter relating to a dispute over one of Wilson's rental vehicle. At the station, Wilson and the officer Watson were allegedly engaged in a heated argument because Wilson was dissatisfied with the course of action taken by the police officer on the matter. During that altercation, it was alleged that Watson choked Wilson and ordered that he be handcuffed.
Them talking and me talking. She get the phone in front of me face and pushing me with the hand, pushing me hand. When I see them.
Like provoking
People pushing me, but and get the phone in front of me face. I say, but I mean them get it. But it's nobody knocking nobody. So Watson said, and coffee, definitely food, and coffee, in sleeping in the lock up tonight. So they not tag handcuff me and handcuff me foot. And he talking and me talking. He talking and me talking. And sometimes even I done some dress. And I like people, woman, yeah, them some just waiting for kill me like me. He got the FM police work with a contract killer. And this video could show you talking.
After the alleged death threats made by the officer, the family later learned that the assault on Wilson stemmed from a relationship he had with one of Watson's children's mother. The incident left Wilson with a broken hand and jaw, bruises about his body. Also, the pregnant Breathram sustained bruises about her body.
How we talking, it had to be a personal matter, but we didn't get in where this thing coming from. But how we talking, we said it got to be a personal thing this police got with my brother. Because how we talking, but it's still lately, then
not a
person tell my brother that this officer said that he was with one of his woman. So then is when we get to figure out, well, it's where this thing come from.
While the scuffle ensued between the officer and Wilson, the pregnant Beatram was recording the fight on her phone. This, however, caused Officer Watson to allegedly turn his attention on the woman, telling her that no recording should be done at the station. However, Beatram refused to stop recording. According to the couple, this was what led to her also being assaulted by the officer, who took away the woman's phone. Wilson said that the police officer kept the phone for 2 days and allegedly deleted the entire recording of the assault. These acts by the police officer prompted Wilson to make a report at the police complaint authorities, but to date he has received no information on his case.
The main reason for me bringing my brother here is because it's the 17th of this month, gonna be 2 months. No justice, this police still working, still beating people. They say that he got some big one in the police force. I don't go as hearsay, but it appears as though it's truth. Because I can't see you assaulting people when they're in the station and you're still working. This thing went on social media. It's 4 or 5 person you assault already and you're still working.
Channel 2 Headline News contacted Commander of A Division, Marlon Chapman, who indicated that the matter is being investigated. Headline News will update this story as more information is provided. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. When we return, Venezuela holds anti-invasion drills at border, and Apple reveals new iPhone and undercuts rivals with streaming price.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have 2 options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back. And now for news in the region. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has assured players in the entertainment industry that his government has no plans to stymie their efforts to make an honest living. Speaking at an event on Monday, Holness said the government was aware of the concerns of the players in the industry who are complaining that the Night Noise Abatement Act is ruining their businesses. However, Holness assured the players in the industry that despite the need for order, a way will be carved out to allow them to have parties to go on until daybreak with the establishment of special entertainment zones. He assured the industry players that the government has no intentions of cutting off the income flow of those who aren't off parties. Nightly dances provide earnings for a variety of persons, including food and liquor vendors, taxi operators, liquor stores, hairdressers, security guards, and parking attendants. Colombia has told its citizens to remain calm as Venezuela carries out large-scale military drills along the border. President Nicolas Maduro's government says the exercises are to prepare for any invasion by its neighbors, despite assurances by Colombia that it is not planning any such actions. Al Jazeera reports.
Preparing for a foreign invasion, Venezuela's president has ordered a show of force for the rest of the continent to see. 150,000 troops began war games on Tuesday that are expected to last for 2 weeks.
Today has begun the deployment of the entire army, missile, anti-aircraft, air defense, comprehensive defense of the entire territory of the 2,219-kilometer border with Colombia.
Venezuela and Colombia have traded accusations of harboring each other's enemies. The U.S. says Maduro is openly supporting what it calls narco-terrorist groups, which could launch cross-border attacks on Colombian forces.
I hope that the armed forces of Venezuela will not allow Maduro to drive them into some additional risks. I hope they're not crazy enough to engage in any kind of attacks on Colombia, and it is certainly the case that Colombia will have full American support if that happens.
Opposition leader Juan Guaido says the war games are an attempt to divert attention from the political and economic turmoil within Venezuela's borders.
What we Venezuelans, the majority of Venezuelans, are demanding is to put an end to the suffering of our people to deal with the complex humanitarian emergency.
Venezuela is grappling with acute shortages of food and medicines. The UN says 1 in 5 are now suffering from hunger. 1.5 million have fled the worsening conditions to Colombia. Maduro's critics say he should spend more money on food than missiles, but he insists the drills are needed to defend the homeland. Andrew Chappelle, Al Jazeera.
And finally, Apple Incorporated caught up with hardware rivals on Tuesday by revealing a triple-camera iPhone, and it rolled out a streaming TV service priced at $5 a month, undercutting Disney and Netflix. France 24 reports.
This is iPhone 11.
It's perhaps one of the most anticipated events for global smartphone users, the unveiling of Apple's newest iPhone. But this year, the surprise was less about the phone itself than its price, which reflects one of the biggest year-over-year reductions in Apple history. The iPhone 11, which replaces the iPhone XR, is $50 cheaper than last year's model.
iPhone 11, the entry-level one, at $699, that's one of the lowest prices they've had in a long time for a high-level phone, even though it only has the 2 cameras instead of 3 like you have in the Pro series.
This year's surprise reduction comes amid a global decline in smartphone shipments, estimated to fall by 2.2% in 2019, according to the IDC research firm. Experts say Apple's unexpected strategy partly reflects the company's aim of attracting a wider pool of buyers, who may now prioritize storage upgrades over new features.
So you have people that sunk in $1,000 for a phone. They're not going to buy for another 2-3 years, probably. So it's always difficult. This is about capturing more of the older generation device owners.
One major smartphone innovation was noticeably absent from Tuesday's presentation: 5G. An absence that has set Apple behind some of its competitors. Both Samsung and Huawei released 5G models earlier this year.
Here's the 3-day weather forecast. And that is all for this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Update. Tune in on Thursday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.